can each of us turn around and help someone. There's almost always someone around who's in more dire straits, whose needs are greater than our own, whose suffering is greater than our own. Look around you. Look around you, to the left, to the right, behind you. See if there's anybody you can see whose suffering is greater. And then help that person. Turn around and help someone.
That's true. Someone else is saying, I feel like the work I'm supposed to do is so much greater than just rebuilding villages, but I don't know what that is.
Go on.
And I don't want to waste time rebuilding villages if that's not what I'm supposed to do, but I can't see what I'm supposed to do.
What is Garth doing?
Garth is running cables.
Is it possible that your work is to start to run cables for yourself and for your community?
Yes. And now that group around that person, they're all saying, oh,
Yes.
that's true.
Yes, I'm sure that Garth has plenty of good advice on how to do this. Well, and there's space right around Garth. I believe that might be your space.
That's true.
Go there and see how it feels. Develop the attitude of experimentation. Try it. Now you might get there and say, ooh, this isn't my right place, in which case, hey, now you know.
That's true.
But try it. See if it is. I feel as though Garth has people around him.
That's
Paul,
true.
Betty Jean, what are you doing? Feels like they're rebuilding and rebuilding hospitals and rebuilding aid stations.
That's true.
Just as the Doctors Without Borders hospitals in Yemen have been bombed, the 20th hospital just got bombed, which is an international war crime.
That's true.
These are well-marked hospitals, and the coordinates are given to the warring parties. Everybody knows these are hospitals run by Doctors Without Borders, and the 20th one has just been bombed, 20 in I think something like 6 months. And now the question is, do they pull out or do they continue to provide medical care for a country that is without hospitals?
That's true.
And so, to Betty Jean and Paul, this is the opportunity to continue to rebuild, to continue to provide aid stations, and to rebuild the homes and lead others in rebuilding the homes, just like Habitat for Humanity, except for refugees.
That's true.
Any other questions?
I see a very small nature realm's presence tugging at Garth's pant leg.
Yeah.
And asking something kind of like, where is God?
God is up. God is up. Aim for the purest concentration of truth and integrity that you're able to connect to. And that's as close to God as we're able to reach right now. And that is the source that we are listening to, attempting to listen to. It's hard to hear. And that source will tell us what we are supposed to be doing right now.
That little being doesn't really seem satisfied by that answer.
No, I agree.
I think he's saying, I want someone I can talk to. It's like that man we spoke to during our run this morning, who was saying that because his wife was dead, he couldn't communicate with her, which didn't make sense. Just because you can't see someone doesn't mean they can't hear you.
Right, and to this person we say, can you talk to the birds when they fly in the sky?
Yes.
Can you see them sometimes, or are they hidden behind trees?
Sometimes I can see them and sometimes I can't.
Yes, but you can still talk to them, yes?
That's true.
We call this live streaming up. We have the intention to send our communications to the highest and purest concentration of truth and integrity that we're able to connect with right now, and then we live stream it up like it's video footage live streamed up to a satellite, in effect.
That's true.
And we establish communication in that way. Does that help?
Yes.
Friend, maybe your role is to be the person who's kind of like the antenna, live streaming up what's happening. It could be.
That's true.
Sending it up to God and saying, this is what's happening here. What now? What now? And there is one thought that needs to be put on the table, and that's, if things are bad enough that a collective restart is the only advice that consistently comes through, we can expect inconvenient truths to be raining down on us all the time.
That's true.
This is how it is right before a restart, both for individuals. The time right before an interdimensional transition can be a real bummer. The time right before death, quote unquote, can be a real bummer. Death itself is beautiful. We are in the death throes of the all that is.
That's true.
This is the bummer period. But we still have our opportunities for joy here in the midst of the bummer.
That's true.
And it comes when we do what is ours to do to specifications in every moment.
That's true.
Does that help?
It helps other people standing around that person.
Friend, it's time for you to take responsibility. Develop an attitude of curiosity and say, what is the answer to my question? And start asking up. And then develop an attitude of experimentation and be willing to test. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. What is for me to do right now? That's always the question for each of us in every moment. And sometimes it's tricky to discern what is ours to do. I've given you my best translation of what it is you're supposed to do, and you'll either do it or you won't.
That's true.
And now it's time for you to take responsibility for yourself.
That's true.
And so to the friends who are gathered around that person, I would say, sometimes people refuse to let go of their lies, and then it's best to let them have their time out.
That's true.
And see if they can pull themselves together.
Now I don't hear anything.
No. That's it. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. To that person who was arguing, basically, that he didn't want to do what's his to do, we would say, you seem to have a story that it's better elsewhere. We can transfer you from project to project. We don't have clearance to transfer you out of the project.
That's true.
But we can transfer you to other projects. Now your vibration isn't good enough to move into thing one.
That's true.
You would make it worse there. Here's the vibration of what's going on in thing one, and here's your vibration, so you can't go there. But you could go to thing 3. Do you want to transfer? I feel like you just transferred to thing 3.
That's
awesome.
true.
Okay, cool.
Rock on.
If anyone else wants a transfer to thing 3, that's available.
That's true. And talk about leadership opportunities. Thing 3 is anyone's game right now.
It's wide open. Now it feels a lot better in thing 2.
That's true.
Okay. Onward.
That's true.